Greetings and welcome, fellow doctors, to another episode of Let's Play 2 Point Hospital. And we have unlocked some new hospitals in the northern cold regions of the map. Well, the first of the cold region, really. Basically anything about the same level of this is also cold. Which basically means you need to invest in some radiator technology. Alright, let's go to Mitton University. Home to some of the brightest minds in 2 Point County. It may be chilly, but it's also the perfect place for us to start developing some new technology. Mitton University to Research and Teaching Hospital. Right. The Vice-Chancellor of Mitton University has been impressed with our progress, and we've been invited to establish Mitton University Research and Teaching Hospital. This is a great opportunity for us, and we can set up our research department and develop some new tech. We'll only be able to recruit student doctors and nurses here, so we'll need to train them up. Mitton University will provide us with extra funds for each person we train, and each research project we complete. Firstly, though, we'll need a research license. The Ministry will grant us one if we can demonstrate our technological prowess by establishing a hospital with some upgraded machinery. Alright, so temperature. Some parts of the county are quite cold or too hot. We'll need to keep people comfortable by ensuring they are warm enough, but also not too warm. If people are too cold or too hot, they may become unhappy and may eventually leave. In cold locations, place radiators around the hospital. In hot locations, we'll need air conditioning. Use the temperature visualization mode to identify cold and hot areas of the hospital. Make all of the hospital a comfortable temperature to maximize our thermal comfort rating. Wow, alright, that was quite a thing. So temperature-wise, it's freezing over here. Absolutely freezing. Now, what will we do? The main entrance is over here, as indicated by the big archway. Emergencies will come from the center, so I can plan around that. We have a lot of space, although we do need to buy everything, of course. At the moment we only have the main hall over here, but at least we don't have to put too much thought in where we need to go, because we can see exactly how big everything will be. Now, the new rooms we have, for one, is the reception room, which is basically just a very big reception desk. We'll probably not need it right here because we have only one entrance, and we can probably make do with just the reception desk. If you're facing a lot of intake from a single position, you probably want build a reception with multiple desks where you can put your assistants, so they can administer more quickly, to prevent you from having put down a lot of reception desks. Although, admittedly, it can be a bit tricky to figure out the exact balance in that. At the moment, we can really just do with a reception desk. There's not much need for it. Alright, let's first, though, get the medicine cabinet, because we will want one. And that's pretty much all the kudos we have at the hand. The hand sanitizer is also kind of neat, but not necessary at the present time. I kind of do want the big bin, though. That's kind of useful as well. The air conditioning units we do not need. Coffee maker I probably want at some point, but also not necessary right now. Right, let's just make sure that I've got the items selected, not anything else. Let's see. Alright, I don't think I have anything else particularly important. I will unlock the chair because I just want it, because it feels like it's useful. So we basically just have the basic radiator. Now we can't see how much it will help until we put it down, but we could probably only need one per room. So let's start planning out our rooms a bit. with a GP's office, which you can't put here because that's in the way. I'll just go with my basic bite out of the dough room design because I kind of like it. Filing cabinet, medicine cabinet. Now you can't put as many medicine cabinets in the room as you want. It's, I mean, each medicine cabinet gives you +1 diagnosis power and +1 treatment power, so it can be used in a lot of rooms. But I'm not entirely sure putting more than one in a room is actually more cost effective. Because putting more doodads in a room tends to make the doctor want to wander around and play with them and not actually do their job a bit. So, at least I think that's how it works. Mind you, that's what I think is happening. I'm not entirely sure. We can do whatever I can bin in the rooms, that's fine. Also got a new poster, so let's just put a poster in there. We don't need to put a chair in here because there's a nice comfy chair. And we'll put the radiator right there. Now, we can see the thermal warmth in this room is adequate. Exactly where we need it to be adequate, it's adequate. Let's also put a plant in there. Plants do not seem to suffer overly much from being next to radiators I've seen so far. I suppose they may become more thirsty if they are too hot, but just being next to radiators doesn't seem to do anything particular. Alright, and let's get a diagnosis. In this screen I can't see the floor plan very well, so I'll just turn that off. Medicine cabinet in here as well, the easy scan. And get a bin, an extinguisher, plant, and a couple of posters. There is no seating in this room, so we'll just put in a chair. And a single radiator will do. Alright. It's a bit of a waste of a room. And the weighing scales don't do anything though. And the wall monitor at least improves treatment power and diagnosis power. That's probably fine. Alright. Just put in the in that. Another medicine cabinet. Getting all the mileage out of this that I can. Just a regular bin will do. Plant. Poster. And let's get a chair in here as well. And now we already have 2 diagnosis rooms, so we need another GP's office actually. Alright, so none of our doctors are of any real skill level, which is absolutely fine because that's the entire point of this. So we just can focus on getting doctors with good traits rather than good skills. Well, this one will do. Will work for Peanut, likes to argue. I don't know if argumentative is actually good or bad, because it doesn't really say. Just hope he doesn't distract too many people. Boy next door. Heartthrob seems very benign. Similarly with nurses. Hygienic and cheap, I'll definitely take you. Terribly dull and cheap, alright. Cheese for brains. That's generally not that good. I'll take you. assistants already have this. Right, you're cheap and you will work for, you're hygienic. Will work for peanuts. Yeah, a teaching masterclass might be useful. Since I do want at least 2, just to make sure that I have someone to always man the reception desk. So the hospital is already level 3, good. I should also probably build a training room. Because we will need to train people quickly. Toot sweet. And I don't think I can afford anything. No. That's fine. Alright. Just gets enough prestige in here that the people are happy to be in this room. Bin, plants. Just put some regular posters up. Radiator. Now, the training room does have a bit of an odd quirk that I saw. Regardless of where I put the radiator in the room, and later on you get a bigger radiator so you can actually fill an entire room no matter the size really. But whenever I put it down, whoever was teaching was always complaining about being cold. Even if I had the radiator right here. Always complaining about being cold. I never understood why that was, but you know. Different strokes, I guess. Now, let's also get some other stuff going. Let's get some centralized toilets. Let's do it from this perspective, otherwise I might misclick again. Big in. Oh, and that needs a radiator. Because otherwise it's very cold in the toilet. Oh, it can just be in the middle then. We need a staff room. Now, the chair does increase comfort, but I'm not entirely sure it's better than the sofa, so yeah. I'll just keep that under advisement. Coffee table doesn't really do anything. The beanbag is also something that gives comfort. I have got enough kudash, I'll put in a couple of beanbags. I just find them funny looking. Not sure that there's actually any real benefit to them. I mean, I kind of want to get the dartboard, but again, that's 400. Yeah, so far as I've seen, your doctors only really need entertainment while they're in the room. They don't need something that reduces boredom, because I'm not sure your doctors really suffer from boredom. So, like for instance, the exercise frame or the punching bag. Well, the punching bag increases happiness, so it's not necessary per se, I suppose, but the exercise frame will work, that I have seen. And of course, there are certain machines you can put in here that will also improve their disposition. I don't have those machines, so I can't do that, but, you know. That's fine. And let's put a pharmacy all the way over here. With a little bite out of the door. Because I'm not entirely sure how narrow I'm gonna make this hallway. Medicine cabinet. regular bin, plant, poster. Poster. I mean, I do get why people put nothing but the same poster in the room. It's so much more convenient than having to click on every single one thing. Alright, that'll do. Alright, and I should probably put down some chairs. That's skew, must not be askew. Right. Let's actually start the hospital up, because otherwise we're not doing anything. And I want you two to be trained in that. Let's also hire a janitor. You will do. And you will also do, because I kind of need that. Let's improve the easy scan. Alright, let's make sure that the room is not too cold. That'll do. Alright, and some more drinks. Actually, big bin and a leaflet stand. Go. And we've got our first incoming VIP. I do like that the trainer comes with a helicopter sometimes. It does make it feel like they're very special. Alright, you'll start complaining about the cold over here. So let's try to remedy that a bit. Alright, that'll do. And I will also need a psychiatry. Now, the psychiatry has a special item that might actually be helpful in this particular instance. And that's the fireplace, which actually does increase warmth in a room. Which makes it a bit tricky to place when you're in someplace hot. But for now, we're not concerned with that. Now, currently, of course, I don't have a doctor with that skill, and we need to wait for some new doctors. I don't want you. Right, let's just wait for stuff to happen. Now, at the start, I preferably want at least 2 of each to be able to do stuff. I mean, we've already gone through a lot of our money. And hiring outside resources to train people is gonna be quite expensive. Ah, here comes the first patient. Stella Fenton. Yay, you got the research license. Great news! The 2 Point Health Ministry has granted us a research license. This will allow any of our hospitals to research new machines, upgrades and more. To kick off a research project, we'll need a research room and a doctor with a research qualification. Diagnosis and treatment of patients can also contribute to research progress. Harvesting ghosts can also be very enlightening. Yay. Yeah, well, until I've got my patient situated, I probably will not be doing all that much, but that'll do for this episode. Thank you all for watching. See you all next time.